Hello traders, Gary Wagner here just before 11 o'clock in Honolulu, 5 o'clock in New York. It is Tuesday, 18th day of September 2018, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. As expected, President Trump did announce that he will impose tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese imports beginning September 24th at the rate of 10% rather than the discussed rate of 25%. The fact that he reduced the amount of the tariffs definitely had a calming effect on what could have potentially been much greater of a knee-jerk reaction. Gold did close lower, but only by $3 today, with December futures closing at $1,202.80. That is a net decline of about 0.25%. Silver lost about 0.3% or 4 cents at $14.18, with both platinum and palladium tracking higher today. Now, the dollar, which was expected to have a pretty large spike because of the percentage of tariffs being at 10%, had a much more tepid rise today, only up about 0.1% at 94.17. And U.S. equities pretty much shrugged off the tariffs completely, with all of the major indices closing higher, a 0.75% gain in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, closing at 26,246. The Standard & Poor's closing up about 0.5%, a gain of 15 points at 2904. And then lastly, the composite index gained over 0.75%, a 60-point rise as it closes at 79.56. So traders, although President Trump did in fact announce that he would impose tariffs to the amount of $200 billion of Chinese imports, it was the percentage change from 25% to beginning at 10% that really changed the demeanor of all of the markets in terms of the net change on the day. The fact of the matter is it will get ramped up to 25%, but that would be by the end of 2018. By starting at 10%, we had a much more mild upside spike in the dollar, a much more mild sell-off in gold and silver, as well as a pretty robust U.S. equities market. Gold is currently down about $3, but it is still tracking above $1,200 per ounce. What we can say, and this is something we noted over the last couple of days, is we continue to get the range of gold compressing, with today's market action falling within the confines or the range of previous trading activity. We are quickly approaching the apex, and my belief is that we are seeing some sort of a compression of range that will result in a release once we hit the apex of this current pattern. We're looking at a weekly chart of gold futures. We can easily see, although it is only Tuesday, that we do have this diminishing range, and the entire week has been trading within the range of last week. We are still showing a positive slant for the week by virtue of this green candle. Current pricing at $1202.90, a $2.90 decline on the day. I do believe with the upcoming FOMC meeting, and that is scheduled for the 26th, with tariffs beginning on the 24th, we could see further erosion in gold pricing, as well as higher moves within the U.S. dollar index. It is for that reason that I am going to recommend that we maintain our current short position at $11.9940, along with our current stop placement. I am simply looking for a break below 1200. If in fact that happens, I think we could initially see the market move to recent lows, which come in just at around 1191, and I would be comfortable covering our positions at that point, looking for some stability in the market to see if we're going to get any kind of upside bounce after witnessing one of the steepest declines we have seen in quite some time in gold, as it has fallen from grace from April's highs of $1370 down to current pricing at just around $1,200 per ounce. And traders, even with today's modest uptick in the dollar index, it is still lower on the week. The one thing that we can say is that when we look at our weekly chart, we can see some very solid support in the market at 93.96, and that is based off of the lows over the last 2 weeks, coming in roughly at this price point. I think that we could see the dollar move higher off of these lows, and our next resistance area does not come in till about 95.38. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.